Hey girlfriends, welcome to Sister Girl Second Act. If this is your first time here, my name is Sheila, and this channel is all about easy, intuitive recipes for women over 60. I am not a recipe-driven cook, and I know a lot of you aren't either, but that's the beauty of intuitive cooking. You're learning how to trust yourself in the kitchen. I'll show you how to take a basic recipe and make it your own one step at a time. So today I'm going to be making a small pork tenderloin that's full of flavor and perfect for one or two people. You're going to love it. So if you would like to, do away with the pressure of exact measurements and rediscover the joy of cooking your way, you're in the right space. So let's get going. I have some pork tenderloin here. It's small. It's definitely small, but it's enough for myself, or it's enough for maybe even two people. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to marinate it first, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish it off. And I don't know if I'm going to use my air fryer or if I'm going to use the oven. But anyway, I'm just talking about the seasonings that I have to get together. I have some brown sugar here. And then I have a mishmash of seasonings that I always use. So what I like to do is, depending on what the base of my seasoning is, which is the brown sugar, I mix up. Can you see this? I have everything in a jar. I just start mixing up, and then I start adding it into the brown sugar. That way it's not too hot or salty or too sweet. You don't just throw everything together, because that's not going to work. But you got to, as I was saying, taste and go. So I got a little bit in here. Try a little bit of this. It's definitely still sweet. So let me go ahead and put a little bit more. And you can just use any seasonings that you like, as far as like stuff that goes with pork. Like I like to use, my rosemary, lemon pepper. I have so many different types of seasonings. So, but I use what I have on hand. I don't run out to the store and try to find something special, because it's only one or two meals. You know what I mean? And then you end up having seasoning. Sometimes you don't even use it until later down the road. By that time, it's old. So I try to I believe in using what you've got. Let's see. Okay. Let's get a nice little kick to it. All right. So next, I'm going to go ahead. Since I'll be marinating this, I'm going to be using some grapeseed oil, because that's what I have. If you have olive oil, you can use that, but I have grapeseed oil. I like to use grapeseed oil because it has a higher burn temperature, like if I use it to fry. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here first. Turn it over. Look, it's got a little tail. But you just take your oil and brush it over your meat like that. The other good thing about tenderloin, it's less calories than ribs are. And I know I've had to change my diet up since I've gotten older. So I try to eat healthy. And this is definitely one of the types of meats that you can use. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take a plastic bag like this. I'm going to go ahead and put my seasoning in it. Another thing you could probably add to it, I just don't have any, is you can use your breadcrumbs or you could use, what was I going to say? Your breadcrumbs. Oh, yeah, Parmesan cheese if you have that. Oh, you know what? I think I do have some Parmesan cheese. Hold on just 1 minute. So I'm put a little bit of this in there too. Just a little bit. I've got some sodium soy sauce. Less sodium soy sauce. Sorry. I cannot talk today. You gotta cut down on your salt as much as you can. And I'm gonna put a little bit more of the oil in here. Mash it all up. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my tenderloin in here like this. Just break it up. I'm going to get everything all over now and just rubbing it over the meat. Another thing that you can use is rosemary, which I love. I do have some fresh rosemary, and I might go ahead and add that as well. But you just want to coat your meat. Let me take it out so you can see it. And this is what it's looking like, okay? So you're marinating it for about I would say maybe 4 or 5 hours. It might not even be that long because it's not that big. So, but anyway, let me wash my hands. Here's how it's looking inside the bag. You can see all of the seasoning is coating your meat, which is what you want. And you just want it to soak in and get some flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the fridge for about, we'll start off with 3 hours. I'll check it. If not, I'll probably do 4. As far as my seasonings go, I started with a small bowl of brown sugar, as you can see here. You can either use light or dark. And then I added to it some garlic powder, some onion powder, some lemon pepper, some smoked paprika, and a little bit of curry. Now, when it comes to mixing up your seasonings, which is what I do, I always like to put it in a jar, you know, because I like to dish it out a little bit at a time. I don't just dunk everything together. And what I would suggest is start off with your sweet and add the salt to it. So for example, I want to make a taste test with this after I finish it. Just put a little bit in there, mix it up together, just like that. Just like that, and then just go ahead and taste it. Yes, I can taste the sweetness, but I can taste the tanginess as well, and that's exactly what I want. Now, this is your recipe, so you can put in as much or as little as you want, or other seasonings if you'd like to, you know. This is where your intuition comes in. You're not just following numbers. You're listening to what feels best for you. And that is the benefit that I think comes from when you're not a recipe-driven cook. So I just showed you how to prepare your seasoning. While we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and make some Greek lemon mini potatoes. And this is what they look like. They're so cute. I like to use mini potatoes because I can't really store like a large bag of potatoes because it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I like to get them in the mini size. And this is probably about 1.5 pounds. Yeah. So I'm not going to even use all of them. I'll probably use just 1 pound or so. And I'm eyeballing this. So I would say this is enough. Yeah, because I have, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 10. Yeah, there are some of them are different sizes, but this is about half. So I'll have this for another meal. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and rinse these off. Okay, so I've gone ahead and rinsed them off. And what I'm going to do now is put my seasonings together once again. And I'm going to get a bowl because I have liquid seasoning. Get my bowl out. Here it is. And here's my bowl. I don't know why I always put my bowls on the top shelf. I swear I have definitely shrunk in size. My height. I used to be 5'7.5". Now I'm 5'6.5". At least that's what my doctor told me the last time I went for my annual. So I put stuff on the top shelf knowing I have to be on my tippy toes or I'm going to need a chair to get it down now. I'm not wondering. It hasn't clicked in yet anyway. I guess I still think I'm tall. But anyway, you're going to put your potatoes in here like this. And to them, you're going to take some oil. Now, you can use your regular olive oil. I have grapeseed oil, which is fine. I'm going to pour some of these. But I would say just eyeballing it, maybe about 3 tablespoons or so, okay? Then I want to add some fresh lemon juice. Now I have a lemon as well, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. I'm going to use both because I have lemon juice and I have lemon, fresh lemon. So I'm going to squeeze some of this in here. And you want to use all the lemon, and that's why it's called lemon mini potatoes. So I got the other one. Let me take the seeds out. Yeah, so you're just going to be using 1 lemon. If you don't have lemon, then you can go ahead, or if your lemons are too small, but these are pretty good size, you can go ahead and put some lemon juice in it. I'm just going to put a couple of splashes, that's it. Alright, besides that, you're also going to put some lemon pepper. I love lemon pepper. I think I use lemon pepper more than I use regular pepper. I don't know. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. I also have a little bit of kosher salt here. Take some of this. It's potatoes, so you can go ahead and put your salt in there. But even with kosher salt, you can put like a pinch or so, and it's still a good amount. And the last thing I'm going to do is, what else do I want to put in there? I want to make sure. Do I want to put anything else in there? I think I want to add a couple of garlic cloves here. So let me move this out the way. And take a couple of garlic cloves out. Okay, here's one, and here's two. That is one thing I always keep a lot of, and that is my garlic cloves. And I love this thing too, the garlic press. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Take it, just put it in, and then you can squeeze it and squeeze the garlic out and squeeze it out, and this is how it should look like. This is without the skin. I mean, the skin comes off, but as you can see, I had to like pick through it, and because of that, see, here's this other part of the skin down the bottom, but this is good. This is good. See, what is that? That's skin. Let me take it out. Yep, got all that in there. And as I said, this is something else where you can put whatever season you want to put in it. It's up to you. Obviously, you can't taste this prior to, but you just want enough to coat the potatoes. Then take this out. You can also put some fresh parsley in here if you wanted to. And you preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And we're going to go ahead and put them in I think I'm going to use a loaf pan, which is here, right here. Go ahead, and my oven just let me know it's ready. Put these in. Yeah, I don't need a huge pan for that. That's a good thing about when you downsize, and when I can remember when I used to be cooking so much more because I had, you know, the girls, my kids at home. So I was always cooking large amounts with big leftovers and stuff. I don't do that anymore. And it's kind of nice, you know, because I just make what I need or what I want. All right, let me put the rest of this in here. You don't want to waste any of it. To finish that up, chicken broth in here. Now, if you don't have a can of chicken broth, I like to use the packets of the dry bouillon like that, or you can use the cubes, or you can just use a can of broth. So let me go ahead and pour this in. And basically that's about a half a cup right there. And that's good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the oven for about probably 25 to 35 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven, and then we'll be back. So what you do is take your oil and a little in the pan just like that. And let you get a good view of it. and I'm going to let that heat up. In the meantime, I'm also going to add some more garlic to it. Once the oil warms up, then we'll go ahead and put the tenderloin in it. So you see how the garlic is cooking. So now I'm going to go ahead and add now I'm not going to cook it. I just want to brown it up a little bit to help it get a nice crispy. You're probably asking what this is. That is, I put some shredded Parmesan cheese on there. Take this garlic and spread it over the top as well. So as you can see, I had turned it over and check this side is nice. Look at that. And I'm going to go ahead and put it into my baking dish. Take my pan off of the stove and put it in my sink. So I've taken it out of the pan and put it into this type of pan. This is just some of the leftover marinade as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and put it into my oven. Again, it's 400 degrees, so that's fine. So I'm going to leave the tenderloin in there for about 10-12 minutes or so, but I got to flip over my potatoes. In the meantime, go ahead and do this. Flip these over and make sure I'm flipped over. Yep. Okay, I just took it out the oven. Look at this. I'm going to take the temperature and see what we got. Yep. It's done. Yay! Perfect. So I'm going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. Well, I have to wait for the potatoes anyway, so it's going to sit until the potatoes are done. Then I'm going to carve it up so you can see what this looks like. It's beautiful. Wow. Okay, the potatoes are done. Oh yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to plate this up and I'm going to have a feast. And here it is. And the thing I like about this dish is the fact that it is small. It has easy to manage servings. You don't need a whole big bulky tenderloin. They come in small sizes too, and it's filling and it's easy. I'm definitely going to dip into this, and if you want to go ahead and put some sauce over it, take some of that. Just pour some over it. Isn't that beautiful? Now that is a really delicious looking meal. Wow. I hope that you will take the time and try out this recipe, because I'm telling you. And then I have the potatoes over here. I sprinkled some rosemary fresh from my garden. And I have a little bit of shredded Parmesan cheese on there as well. But the potatoes are nice and crisp on the outside and nice and tender on the inside. Love it. Well, girlfriends, that's all for today. You saw how simple and soulful this meal came together. Intuitive cooking at its best. And so my hope is that you will be inspired to trust yourself in the kitchen and start your own intuitive cooking journey. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you're a returning viewer, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd love to have you join this cooking community. In the meantime, for those of you who've been wondering where my personal stories and self-care and affirmation stuff is gone, don't worry, they haven't gone anywhere. You can now catch them on my new podcast starring moi. Yes, no reinvention, just a return. It streams every Thursday on Spotify. I'm so proud. You'll find the link on my Instagram at Sister Girl Cooks. But until next time, please take good care and be safe. Okay now, bye.